Hi, this is Johnny. The Neo Geo arcade is ready. Uh, is Neo Geo arcade is about 200 plus game. When you download it, mine right now is set up to in Telegram. So you have to set up a program or install apps or software on your computer called Telegram. And once you download, right now it's uploading right now. By the time the video is finished, you want to right click it and save the file to the location you want to download. And you could do all of them at the same, you could do all of them at the same time. You don't have to wait till one of them finished, then go to the next one. You could just click on it, save, click on save, click on save as, and put it. Or you could just click, and automatically would download to whatever directory you save it to. And then once it's finished, you could just show me the folder, where it download to. But this is the Telegram, so you will have to set up account, and then you will able to see all those links. And I'll provide the link, so when you join, first you join the invite, then you click on the link that will take you to the download page, and you just click, and then you will say right click, show me where the folder is download to, and then we'll open up the folder with those zip file. So once you get those, you wanted to right click it, and you want us to select extract here. Okay, extract here. Once it's extract here, it will populate all this folder right here for you. So what I did is I create a folder which is Neo Geo one game per one ROMs English version by Johnny Liu. Okay, and so when you unzip it, it's going to put it in those folder. Or you could just, or if you want, you could say extract it to the folder here. Okay, but if you extract it to a folder, it'll create a folder for you, and then you need to go into the folder that you extracted to, and then just copy those files over. So what you do is you just take those files, copy, and then put it into your H drive. Now, look like everything is pointing to H drive for Chord Type R. So you want to change your physical. It does work with a different drive, but it seems to be, if you're using Retroarch, it seems to everything's pointing to H. So just go to H drive from here, H drive, and then you will see a bunch of this. Just right click it, and then just paste it like so. Okay, and once it's pasting it, it's going to ask you, do you have anything to I don't think you will have anything that need to be replaced, but in my case, I already copied it over. So it's going to ask me, do I want to replace everything? I'm going to say no, because I already have it copied over already. Okay, so it's just going to copy everything over here. I'm going to cancel this because I already have everything already copied over here. So I'm going to cancel that. And once it's finished, there's two things in order for it to work correctly. That is to install the Bezel and to change the Neo Geo ratio on your Retroarch. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and demonstrate what it looked like. If you don't, everything will work, but there will be two things will not work, which is the Bezel and the Neo Geo ratio. By default, the Neo Geo ratio is full screen, which is stretch, and you don't want it full screen stretch. So when you get here, go ahead and plug in your controller. This is the one I just created. It's Neo Geo, and it have an intro video. It's pretty cool. And then if you was to come back again the second time, you will also have the gameplay of this game storyline. So I think it's like a 1 hour show video. Okay, to get in, you just press A. Okay, now by default, the screen is set up to do this sideways. Okay, now right now on the left corner, you see the best of all. You see that on top. That one gave you it does give you the total amount of. So let's go ahead and change this. Press B. Press B again. I want it to be like before, so I'm going to show you how to change it. Go to Setting. Press A on your controller. And bezel is just a day and night bezel. It doesn't do much on this one. So go to Titan. Press A. Here I'm going to choose the wheel. So I'm going to go down here. So by default, that's the screen you will see right there. But I wanted to able to show you how many per each setting. And the best way to do it is using the wheel, because the wheel will give you the number. So we're going to pick the spinning. Okay, we're going to press A. And it automatically will restart again. Now I went and test all the games, so all the game does work. We're going to go to Neo Geo again. Press A. Okay. So right now it says the best of game. Why is this thing on top? You can see the total number of the game. Okay, I got rid of the bottom thing. Whenever I turn on the screen capture, it disables my joystick button. That's not good. Okay, let's see if we could get this thing to work correctly, because why not my recording? Okay, as you can see, it is on the right hand side, it's the best of all. Right hand side corner, you see best of all. So what you want to do is showing 206 game. Okay, those are the best 260 game that doesn't have all this other crazy hack stuff. And so those are the good game. Now if you press the Y and press Y again, it says sports. So now you get nothing but sports. Okay, you got 18 sports game. Okay, so I got it set up where it just gives you sports game. And then you press Y again, it gives you a shooter. So the category is set up to where you have the game. So it's showing all the shooting game only. So this is what I did in the Neo Geo arcade stick as well. I break it down to a category. So easier for people who want to play certain game. Like this is all puzzle. It's on the right hand side, it shows puzzle. This one right now is showing 11 game of puzzle. Okay. Then you press Y again, it shows you the last game that you play. Okay. And right now it only shows 23 because those are the last 23 that I tested to make sure everything is working. So press, it just remember what you last played. So press Y again, it's showing you the fighting game. So this is all the fighting game that on Neo Geo, which is 82 fighting game. Okay, press Y again. Now it show you all game. So it's showing you 219 game minus two of the bio that you will see when you scroll down, and those bio is about 217. And then you have 10 game that is added that is not part of the Neo Geo, but it's a PC game that doesn't work on Raspberry Pi. So you're looking at about 200 plus game on here. Okay. Now, if I was to start a game, let's just start one game, and I'll show you why it doesn't have Bezel and it's a full screen. Now the video has been redone. All the video has been downloaded with the high resolution, so the video should look good and crystal clear on your screen. Press A to start the game. Now here are two things that you need to do once you get the image. That is to fix the bezel and to fix the screen. The screen is a full screen. When I'm doing video capture, so it's taking a little bit longer to load. And as you can see, I think I already fixed this one, but I will show you how to fix it. This one I already fixed it to Chord video, so it's not a full screen, but there's no bezel, so we need to install the bezel to make this work. Okay, so I'm going to press select and start to get out. Okay, let's get out of the game, and let's talk about how we could fix the screen and the bezel, because in the front end of Chord Type R, we have bezel for it. Pretty much 99% have bezel, but it does not have do not have the bezel in Retroarch. So we have to install the bezel. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and press B to get out. And I'm gonna select power down. Press A. Now, the first thing, once you get it, you don't want to do it here. You want to do it where you are running the game from. Okay, this is where your Retroarch is going to be. So we don't need this anymore. We don't need that anymore. Let's focus on this one. Now, the first thing you have to do, now I have a program, not program, but I have a notepad that have the step for you. So when you unzip it, you will see all this. This part is mainly for people who are interested in adding more game to the main, how you could create your bezel for the main, where to go to configure it, and stuff like that. So this is stuff that is good information for people. The thing that you want to do is right here, the Retroarch. And this is where the location of the zip file, I mean the executable file. And so if you want a full screen and you don't want the PlayStation bezel, you will have to change it to neogeo.cfg. And I'll show you how to do that. And then here is the part where you want to change the video ratio to the chord ratio right here. So those are the two things we are going to go over so you know. And then we're going to talk about how to install the bezel. Now the bezel is not in that text file right here. It's not in that text file. So you will have to watch this video how to do it. So first we're going to go to Retro, is located in emulator. We're going to go to Retroarch. And the Bezel project is over here. Now you will have the Bezel project will not work until you install it on your PC. So you will have to run setup. So I already have it installed already. So I might have, this is the Bezel project setup. What I need to do is uninstall it and then reinstall it. But before we do that, let's go to Retroarch and fix the screen. We're going to go to Retroarch. We're going to fix the, okay. Now to remove the PlayStation screen, which I already did, I'm going to show you how to do it. You go to setting, you go to on-screen display. Okay, so let me bring the notepad over here so you can see it. Okay, so right here it say go to on-screen, go to setting, which we just did. Then now it say go to on-screen display, which we are right here, and then go to on-screen overlay and overlay preset. So we are on screen. And then here's overlay preset. So you could click on it. And I just scroll down till I see Neo Geo CFG. Okay. The original one was called the PlayStation. So I already changed it to that one. So that's how you're gonna well right now I accidentally choose that. Alright. So whatever one you pick, you scroll down, you can use your mouse. What I did is I look for Neo Geo and then I click this one and now it select Neo Geo. Okay, so you want to change that to Neo Geo, which is the default is no bezel. Now if you want a bezel, you will have to edit this file and copy a default bezel. So anytime open, it will open the Neo Geo bezel. Okay, right now it doesn't have any. So if you say right now this part is already turned on. It's by default it's off, but if you turn it on, you will see the bezel show up on the screen on the left and the right. But right now there's no bezel on that CFG, so there's no bezel to see. Okay, but you do want to turn this on if you want to pick the bezel so you could get a chance to look at it, what it looked like before you put it into a motion. All right, so we know we finished with that part. The second thing you want to do is change the chord. So we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning. Now we're going to go back to the setting, and let's open up the notepad. The next one we're going to do is go to setting, and then we're going to choose video. So video is right here, as you can see, and then we're going to go to scaling aspect ratio. Okay, so video, click enter, and we're going to scroll down to scaling, press enter, and we already choose the chord provided. Now your system will have it default to a full screen. It will be like this. Okay, your system will say full screen. So you want to change it to chord provide. So that will give you the original screen without stretching. You want to play the Neo Geo with the original screen because stretching it just make it look kind of blurry. The game look little bit blurry and doesn't look very attractive. So you want to go ahead and keep that, and then that's all you have to do for Retroarch. All right, so we're going to get out and we're just going to exit out, and when you exit out, the Retroarch is save the information you just did, the things you change. So it exits out and it will save the stuff. That's all you have to do for the Retroarch. And you already see that it wasn't stretched when we were in the game, the Neo Geo, and you saw that there was no bezel. It was just a blank bezel. Now, if you do want to have a bezel, you will have, I believe it's saved in the overlay. And it's in RK. I'm not sure it's located in RK. It's somewhere in the gamepad, which I don't know where it's located at. So if I really want to find out where it's located at, I would have to type in Neo Geo .cfg and search the whole drive. Okay, so there is one located in overlay RK bezel. I don't think it's the same one because mine already have a bezel here. So I don't think it's the same one. See, mine is already pointing to the bezel. So I don't know where the original is. So what we could do is search for PlayStation because the original is set to PlayStation.cfg and I remove it. So if we could find PlayStation, then we know where it default to. Then you could add a default bezel there. See, I don't think it's over here. That's the thing. So we are going to get out completely to Retroarch and then search it from here instead. Then we know where is the PlayStation. Ah, okay. So the PlayStation is actually located in Tatten. That's where the CFG is. So let's open the file location. So if you was to look at the Neo Geo one, let's go to the PlayStation and see what the bezel look like. So if you was by default, when you open up your game, this is the default bezel that it will show. And this is the one you've seen every time you play Neo Geo. So if you wanted to have your own bezel, you will, let's see where's Neo Geo. There is a Neo Geo, but I don't seem to find it. So apparently they don't have a Neo Geo, but there's a CFG there. That's why there's no picture. So my zip file do not have the Neo Geo copy over here. So actually it would be a good idea if I do copy one over here. Okay, so I'm going to do is copy those two, Neo Geo and the bezel, copy over here, and go to Tatten and paste it over here, since we don't have one in the default directory. So the bezel now is going to point to this one. This is going to be your default bezel. You could choose this one or you could choose a different one. I have like different bezel on majority. So this is the one I have copied over. So if you was to start the retro again, which we're going to try, let's see what happened when we copy those two over here. And now we're going to go to setting, going to go to on-screen display again, and we're going to see the on-screen overlay, and then we're going to scroll to Neo Geo. Okay, now this is turned on, so once we change it, this part is turned on, so that way when we change it we will see. So let's choose a different one. That one doesn't have anything. See, original is in PlayStation. I hate to go look for PlayStation, it's so long. Did not change. Well, let's go look for PlayStation. Originally it was set to, so PlayStation is at the bottom. So by default, when you get yours, it is set to be PlayStation. Alright, it doesn't seem to show it, so I don't know what's going on with my Retroarch. So let's go ahead and exit out here, and let's go ahead and exit out here by pressing B button on your controller, and let's go ahead and exit out. All right, so let's go and work on installing the Bezel. Now, I'm gonna have to uninstall it. I don't know you guys need to uninstall it, but let me go ahead and record this because I want to uninstall mine to show you in case you have to uninstall it. But I don't think you do because you guys don't have the Bezel. So I'm gonna run this and say yes. It's located in your right here in your Retroarch folder. You're gonna click next, and it's gonna say, do you accept? You just say yes, press next, next, and I'm not gonna create a shortcut. I'm just gonna click next, and I'm going to click install. All right. Now it say, would you like to set up and override the existing file? I say no. Okay. See, it still think I have it on the old setup. It still kept that information. So I need to uninstall it in order to get this thing working correctly. So I'm gonna go to control panel. So if you have this problem and you need to uninstall it, this is how you uninstall the, go to control, uninstall program, and uninstall program. And then we're gonna look for the Bezel project right there. Okay. So we're gonna right click and do uninstall. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to run the Bezel again, and hopefully this time it will tell me where you want to put it, because it didn't tell me where you want to store it. I want to store it in this directory. I didn't want to install it in the previous directory. Yeah, see, right now it asked me. Before it did not ask me, and I don't want to put it into the old location. I want to put it into the new location. Maybe that's why. Maybe I should have put it in this directory and gave you the link. Okay, so what I did is I put it in this directory called Retroarch, the default directory, but it doesn't seem to work, so you will have to, okay, I click browse. So I'm going to change that to H drive Retroarch, click OK. So that's where we're going to install the Bezel. I'm going to click next, Bezel project, yes, next, install. Okay, and then we're going to launch it. I should have created a folder. I did not create a folder. That's my mistake. Okay, let me exit out. Let me go back to uninstall again. Because right now it's putting all my program into Retroarch folder. I need to put it into Bezel directory, not inside. Because when I copy and paste the folder, I didn't create the Bezel folder. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's a good idea to do this. Okay, keep that Bezel name there and change this to H drive, put a backslash. Okay, I want to keep all my program in here. I don't want to put it into a retro folder. That's the mistake I did. Okay, so you want to put it into so you could find it. All right. All right, now I'll do next. My apology for the messed up. Okay, yes. All right, finish, launch it. Okay, so this is the first time it's going to ask you to read. If you want to read all this, I just going to click OK. Before you download using any of the choice utility menu, make sure your directory path and Bezel is set up here. So before we download any Bezel, we're going to select the preference. We are going to choose the theme. This is the one we're going to use. I'm not going to use the system. The system is the one up here, system art. So I'm going to choose the theme because it's prettier. You have pictures and it looks nicer. And then now here you want, see this is pointing to my old location. I don't want that. I want it to point to the other directory. So you're going to select, and directory I want it to point to will be on the H drive. So I'm going to click on piece H emulator, and for main I'm going to choose main. I'm going to do OK, and that's for main. So there's 3 places you need to change, and dolphin, select that, go to H again, H drive, always emulator, and there's dolphin, then click OK. And the last not least is Retroarch. That's the most important one that you need to change. So you're going to go to your H drive, then you're going to go to emulators, and then Retroarch. Then you click OK, and that's pretty much it. Then you save it. Click save. Alright, where's my project? Okay, it's right here. Alright, so the next thing you want to, then you want to download, you want to enable your Bezel, you want to enable the Retroarch, so you're going to click OK. So the Retroarch Bezel, but we don't have no console, so we cannot install that. So the first thing you have to do is download it. Okay, you need to download first, then you could do the second part. So download, then we're going to do OK. Now it's going to ask you what do you want to download. Okay, you are going to look for either. Now I already have it already installed, so that's why you see this. You see that update uninstall main. This is the one you want to choose. There's no Neo Geo here. Everything is in main. So all the Bezel is in the Neo Geo, Arcade, all that stuff is in main. So that's the only one you have is main. Okay, they didn't separate them. They treated the Neo Geo as Arcade, which is main. So you're going to choose that, and then you're going to say OK. You want it to update. You don't want to uninstall, because I have some that I create manually already in this folder. So because it doesn't recognize the hack game, so all this Bezel that I put in here, well not here, but over here, overlay, and arcade Bezel, I have added some my own. So there's 5,969. So you just want to do update so that your system will recognize your Bezel. So you just click OK. And then you wanted to enable the Bezel for the main and the Retroarch, and then you should be good to go. Now it's going to take a long time because it's trying to download it again. It doesn't know you have it, so it's re-downloading it because it's thinking it's a brand new install. So it's going to download everything into back here again. So whatever is missing is just going to replace it. Okay, so we're going to let that go, and it does take a while. So once it's finished, we're going to go to the second step, which is enable the Bezel. Okay, it's moving each main by main based on the main version. So this is moving the Bezel for the May 2003, but they're all going to be in the same folder. That's the reason you have 5,969. It's close to 6,000 game without counting all the hack and all the homebrews and stuff like that. So there's roughly about, you know, a little bit less than what you. I mean, with everything, you're probably looking about 8 to 10,000 just playing retro arcade game. But it does work. I mean, it's better than don't have any bezel. So you have some bezel for, then you could take the one is there, you could create your own, which some of them I did create my own, but so we're gonna let it go. Now it's going to the May 2003 plus, and once it's finished, we're gonna go and do the other stuff to enable the bezel pack. All right, it just completed. We missed the thing say completed. Oh well, sorry I didn't capture that. It went quick, but it finished. Now we're just going to enable the bezel. We just click OK. All right, we can choose May, say OK, and that's pretty much it. The other one is already enabled, so it only show May. And you could also process that. Let's see what that do. No, that doesn't do anything either. That's only if you want to download the bezel for May. Then you have to go and do download again. But anyway, let's focus on Retroarch. So we enable the May for Retroarch. Then now we're going to just close it, exit out, go back to the program, and let's see if everything run good now. All right, let's go back to Chord, all the way down to the root directory, which is right here, which is the H drive, and let's start the chords. There you go. There's the bezel. For basketball, press select, start, pick your team. Okay, now there's a hack where I think you press. Let me see if I remember how to get there. I just got there, but I forgot what I did. You could go into hack and you could do soft hacking setting. But let me see how I got there again. Forgot how I did that. And then it's gonna restart. So hack, I think is press star. Yeah, star and X. Now it might be different from yours, depending on the controller, but mine is the star button and the X. Star and X, and it will give you to the hack, the cheat mode. So you press A, then you could, select whatever you want. You could do the minute, the count, continue infinity. So you could do all that credit stuff. Press B. Oop, how do I get out here? Press. Okay, press X to get out. X as in X-ray. Okay, X. All right, let's just get out here. Press A. Back to here. So let's go press star and select to get out. So that's the bezel. Now to press Y, it first time doesn't show anything, but if you press it again, it says sports. See that? So now you got nothing but sports. Press it again, you got shooter. So you got all the shooting game that's over here. Some of this is the hack game. I think this one is the one I gave you. This one is already the modified hack, which it allow you to select different level of selection. So see, as you can see, the bezel is there nicely, and the screen is in the right side. It's not stretched. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys will find this interesting. If you like the video, please give me a thumb up. Let me know, so that way I know that, hey, the stuff that I'm putting out is useful. People do like it. And then also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It will help my channel. So one day I'll get enough support from people that subscribe to me. I could get free stuff, and then I could do video. So I could do video and stuff like that for people. Okay, so let me show you what I meant. Once you I didn't see the select option. Maybe it's not this one. Maybe it's the pause. Oh, because this one only show the original. It doesn't show the hack. Because I removed the. This one only show 17 game. So let's go to the. That's the puzzle. Yeah, all this game here do not have the hack. It just have the original game of the Neo Geo. So you won't find the hack here. Alright, so press Y again. Use all the fighting game. Now I have added some other fighting game that doesn't belong to Neo Geo, which we're gonna see real quick. And they are very nice because they are PC game, like this one, Fighting Soul. Oh no, Fighting Soul is a Neo Geo. Not that one, sorry. That look like a hack game. Oh, I forgot. Whenever you select category, the hack game is not here, like I was saying. Alright, let's go back to the next one. All game. There you go. Alright, let's go. You can select based on alphabet order by pressing the Y button on top. When you press Y, it will select based on alphabet order. And you have 219 game. Select the B. Yep. So you got all this other game, and so it's pretty cool. So you guys enjoy it. Hopefully this will. It took me a long time to create this. I hope you guys like it. Now this is the one I was talking about. Those do not have a bezel. Now there's like 30 plus game, 35. I want to do this one eventually. But right now I'm fixing my house, so I don't have time because of the water heat leak. I have 5 rooms that I had to empty out because we're doing the carpet and painting because of the water damage. So I won't have time to play with this anymore. Not for a while. Maybe about a week or two. Well, actually definitely for the end of May, I'm not going to have time to do this. I think this is the one that I have. Is the hack version. Now most of the hack version do not have a bezel, but I did move a bezel over here to make this one that will have bezel. But I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one where when you start a game, it lets you select different stage. So that's pretty cool. You don't have to start with stage 1. You could start with stage 2 or stage 4. So remember, whenever you select based on category, there's no hack game, okay? Only if you go to all game, then you will see the hack game. So just so you know. Oh man. Okay, I got killed by the fire. Alright, this is a good collection. Very beautiful background. I choose all the background one by one to make sure it have some related connection. And so you could choose different wheel, box art, all the 7 showdown. When we download the correct resolution, so the background won't look blurry, so it'll look clear. This one is hard to find, so I picked this one. It's a television series about dodgeball. But hey, it worked. So yes. Alright, you guys. Hope you enjoy it. And have fun with the game. Later.